Alright, so I just had to come and do a video because I'm so thankful to God right now for what He has done, because I have had anxiety over this COVID vaccine because I was just so adamant that I did not want to get it because I did not have peace in my spirit about it. Not just because I was, exempt from the flu vaccine, because when I received that vaccine, I got Guillain-Barré syndrome. And that is an autoimmune disease where basically your body is just attacking itself. And you can look it up. I don't really want to just go into detail with that right now, but because I got a flu vaccine, I got that disease. And so naturally, when it became mandatory for us to get the COVID vaccine, I knew that that's not something that I needed to do because of what happened with the flu vaccine. So I did a video about my rant on that. And of course, the first video I did, YouTube took it down. And so I just did a second one. And I was just basically just stating that I just did not feel comfortable about getting a vaccine that has not been thoroughly tested, and especially giving my underlying condition. I also have rheumatoid arthritis, which is another autoimmune disease. I have neuropathy that I experienced after having Guillain-Barré syndrome. So it's no wonder that I did not want to go walking into a vaccine that I didn't know what was going to come of it, especially being that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine has been linked to someone or people getting Guillain-Barré syndrome. So yeah, I had anxiety over it. It was mandated at my hospital. So all I could do at this point was turn in an exemption form for it, which is what I did. However, my doctor put in that I was exempt from the J&J one, but not the Moderna and the Pfizer. So to me, that felt like my hospital was going to make me, make me do those two because it was only one that my doctor was exempting me for. So I tried not to worry about it because there wasn't nothing I could do. Once I gave the exemption form, it was out of my hands at this point. All I could do was trust God. I did my part, and I was just waiting on God and trying not to worry about it, So we had to turn these exemption forms in by last Friday, which was the 13th, August 13th. So we were supposed to get word back, I believe it was the 14th, but I just got a call today. As a matter of fact, I was in bed, and that's why I'm not on camera right now, because I just got out of bed and I, not really presentable, and I didn't want to try to get presentable because I need to go back to bed because I work tonight, but I couldn't let any time go by before I immediately to give God thanks and praise for working it out, because Employee Health just called me and said that your medical exemption has been approved. You have a indefinite exemption from the COVID vaccine. And it's just, every year I have to go in and click on this little button that says indefinite exemption. So it's not like I even have to come back and present a form each year, which is already where I was at with the flu vaccine, which is why it seemed to me that I would automatically be exempt. But at the same time, like I said, when my doctor put, she's exempt from this one, but not these other two, to me, that left the door open that they're going to make me do the other two because they haven't been tied to Guillain-Barré syndrome yet. But I didn't want to be, a guinea pig and, to see, well, maybe if she gets this vaccine, will she get Guillain-Barré syndrome again? I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do it. And I not meaning to be selfish or anything like that, because that wasn't the only reason. The major reason was just the fact that I did not have peace in my spirit about it. And so because I didn't have peace in my spirit, there's no way I could go through with it. So I was willing to, if they didn't approve my exemption, I was really willing to leave my career in nursing. And even though, God put me, I know God put me there. I know for a fact, because nursing was not even something that I wanted to do. He put that desire in my spirit. So I know he put me there. So all I could do at this point was say, well, God, if this is my time, if I've got to exit, if this is my time to go and do something else, then your will be done. And that was the main thing I was saying. I knew what I wanted, because even if he gave me peace about that vaccine, I would have gotten it. But I never got peace about it. I just really never got peace about it. And it was not because I had Guillain-Barré syndrome. It's just that I didn't get that peace. And that's how I move forward in things, is when I have peace about it. When I'm fully comforted and knowing that I made the right decision. And so, again, God worked it out, because I have an indefinite exemption from getting that COVID vaccine. Now, I'm not saying people that have gotten this COVID vaccine, woe unto you. That's not what I'm saying. Because if God is giving you peace and you got it, great. Because our God, he's a protector. So whatever harm lies out there for anybody, I just have enough faith to know that God will block whatever sinful man is trying to do wrong in our bodies. God can block that. So I was, like I said, okay if God gave me peace about it, because if he gave me peace about it, then I know he was going to take care of me within it. But I never got that peace. And maybe it was because of my condition that God saw that, no, this would not be good for her. I don't know. But what I do know is I serve a God that whatever it is I'm going through, he's going to protect me. He's going to see me through it. Even if I have to go through the suffering, he still got me. I'm still in good hands, because whatever I'm going through, he's allowing it for my good. It's all working out. Romans 8:28, it's all working out for my good. So yes, I had to give that praise report. I'm just ecstatic. I mean, like I had already, began to put in applications other places, because I was just like, yep, I'm out, because, there's no way I'm going to do this. But yeah, again, God worked it out. And I have to wear the N95 mask, which is different than the mask that I currently have to wear, but that's okay. I also have to get testing for the COVID get tested for it every 2 weeks or so. But again, that's okay too. I just, like I said, didn't have peace about it. So God has worked it out. And I just had to share that, guys, to just let you know, that's what we do as Christians, as believers. We encourage, we build others up. I'm not, I don't share good news to brag or boast. I share it to, lift somebody else up. Because just as God has worked this thing out for me, if you have faith and believe, God will work it out for you too. And even though we have doubts about some stuff, God is still looking out for us, because he knows we'll have doubts. That's why he says, don't worry, because he knows we're going to worry. And yes, he's saying, don't worry, because we may worry a little, but we don't let that worry consume us, because we take it to God and let God take care of the rest. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. And Yes, God bless you all. God protect us all. And I love you. Peace out.